Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing a video on the 1000 level YORUICHI, GANJU, and Chad. And I'm summoning, and I said it right now, I haven't summoned in like 2 months because I haven't really cared for any of the characters or the banners. And yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to be summoning, but this is a should you summon. I have a little bit of biasness because it is one of the hottest characters in all of anime. Ooh, fight me. The banner will be dropping on the 30th all the way to the 15th, and yeah, I will be streaming my summons hopefully, if I'm awake. It's a bit early, so we'll see. But yeah, I really enjoy the banner. I like that Ganju's a character. I like that Chad's there. YORUICHI obviously looking like an absolutely amazing character. I'm kind of disappointed that Ganju is a NAD character, but I mean, it's like, it's Ganju, fair enough. Really annoyed that Chad is a Brave Battle character. Because like every character of him has been Brave Battles or a side in Guild Quest pretty much, which is pretty unfortunate. But I mean, it's Chad, so it's like I kind of understand. I guess he's not like the biggest character, but it still sucks. Like a double NAD on a banner is pretty cringe. I don't care if it's like, oh, it's good for Guild Quest. I don't really care. They're not fun to use. So if I ever pull these two characters, like they'll just exist in my box. And I guess I'll just show. Because like Chad, if I pull him, the showcase is going to be incredibly underwhelming. Incredibly underwhelming considering I'm in 5th seed. So, yeah, I have not been playing Brave Battles very too much. I got myself out of the motion of 5th seed today. I had 8 minutes to play some games, and I ended up playing some games. So that way I didn't at least demote to 6th seed. So there's that, you know. I tried a little bit, you know. I tried a wee bit. But yeah, we're gonna be going over the characters, the filler. But I'm gonna say right now, I guess I'll show the filler first. I think unless you really like YORUICHI, or like you really need the character, melee no affiliation killer, or you really love the 3 characters here that are featured, like the main ones, you know, YORUICHI, GANJU, Chad, I think you can skip the banner. Like, I think the characters are great. I don't think they are like must-haves realistically, besides probably YORUICHI. And if you're a Brave Battle guy, then probably Chad. But Uryu's still gonna be better. It is what it is. But then the filler is just like pretty underwhelming, to be honest. Like the only good filler I would say is probably Tenjiro. And like that's about it. Like Shinji's been replaced, Masaki's been replaced. Tosho I guess is a good side, but then the rest of the characters are pretty lackluster, to be honest. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's go over the characters. So, YORUICHI is going to be a melee strong attack damage character with a superior SA2 with paralysis plus on her strong attacks and her soul bomb. She has wide range mobile attack shockwave. So it's just like a big AoE attack. I don't know the exact range of it or anything, but it is a very good range. I really like the animations of it and whatnot. Which is another thing I really like. I like YORUICHI's like gameplay. Like she looks really smooth. She looks like Uetsu with status elements essentially. That's how I like her animations are fluid. They're fast. They look really nice. Because that was like the first thing I saw with Uetsu. Like he looked really smooth, really fun, really broken. And it's kind of funny that we're replacing Uetsu with this character, and she kind of is like the same thing. Really fast, really smooth, really clean gameplay. But yeah, so for her recharge, she has 40% recharge. I love that. Sprinter 2, Havoc at 20, and Marauder. EX skills, she has long stride for her EX, which I think is really cool. So you can put this on any technique character, which is gonna be really nice. And then you also get some Berserker built in. Obviously, it's not like a meta link, but it is cool. It is cool. Now I am wondering, do you get all 3 of these actually? Because I believe Nini had 3 soul traits as well. No. So I believe the recharge and the long stride obviously stays the same at any dupe level, and then the Berserker probably starts at like 16% and goes up to 25 or something like that, is my guess. And then her soul traits, or her skills, my bad, is Berserker at 50%, Bombardment 1, damage to paralyze enemies of 60%, weaken defense, poise break, full stamina boost of 30%, Frenzy plus 3, Debilitator of 5 seconds, increased status summon chance against no affiliation enemies, poise, fire duration, and 100% SP boost. So like generally the only gripes is I wish she had a status element combo similar to how Renji's is, where it's like a mixture of burn and last rate. Maybe YORUICHI could have had a mixture of paralysis and last rate or something. That would have been pretty cool. And then obviously a complete status immunity. Like that's generally my only gripes with the character. It is what it is. other than that, I think she's a perfect looking character, and her strong attack kit, it looks very good. Very, very good. I like it. I'm here for it. As for Ganju, melee NAD character, the thing, honestly, I would not be upset with Ganju in the slightest, because like he's a fairly unpopular character, be for real. Like, you might like him, but like, I enjoy him when he's on screen, but he's nothing insane. Why is he Soul Reaper Killer? Like, he's the exact same character as Gremmy, but just better? Like, we didn't need this. We didn't need it for this killer. We could have gotten it for a different killer. Be for real. Gremmy was one of the most needed characters for his GQ in general. If anything, he should have just been a better lead than Bazby or Yatru Unohana. I believe those are the best two for melee Soul Reaper right now. You could have just done that. Like, Yatru is 2 years old at this point. Bazby is 1 year old at this point. Like, you could have easily replaced that GQ with a SP character. But you made it a NAD unit? Okay. But melee normal attack damage, SA2 is a boost, and then SA3 is a major boost with a barrier, very nice. And then he has Drain Plus on all of his strong attacks, except for SA2 and 3, obviously. He's a heart character. Soul Reaper Killer Plus, he has the soul trait of normal attack damage inflicted at full stamina of 40%, innate skill Sprinter +1, long reach at 20%, and then decreased Soul Reaper damage taken -20%. And then he has the EX skill, which can be a very good link for any heart normal attack damage character in general into the future. EX skill Team Party, normal attack damage plus 20% at max. So if you 5/5 him, insane. I assume it's going to be 10% at 1 out of 5, so it is what it is, but still a very good link. And then he has Bruiser of 60%, Enhancer, Marauder, Multi-Barrier +2. He has Booster, normal attack damage of 20% for your team and party. Flurry +2. He has Poise, Recharge at 12%, Weaken Duration -200%, Full Stamina only, increased normal attack damage of 60%, and then Team Party strong attack damage of 20%. So the Mugetsu soul trait, essentially. And I believe these stack differently, these two, since this is an EX and then he has this, so I assume it is a different multiplier. So I think he's going to be better than a GQ skilled NAD character, which is pretty cool. So now they're just going to be giving out base flurry too, hopefully, and just keep making characters like this instead of making them GQ only. Just overload them with a bunch of different multipliers, which is essentially all a GQ skill is, just a different multiplier, besides just like more bruiser or full stamina damage, because that's how you get more damage when you have different multipliers going, you know, like damage to status summons, different kinds of normal attack damage, that sort of thing. So yeah, Ganju looks pretty good. I just don't think we needed him for this killer, to be honest, or we could have just been an SP character with GQ skills, and I think that would have rounded out the banner better, just like how last year was. It was a Limit Breaker and GQ character, a GQ oriented character, Rukia, and then Brave Battle character, Renji. I think that would have been a bit better. Now we're going to Chad, melee normal attack damage character, no status summons. He has Terminator Killer and Human Killer. He's a speed attribute. And then he is soul trait of 35% normal attack damage, Sprinter +1, long reach of 20, and then read all affiliation dodge, which is huge. There is a skill that he is missing that nobody noticed until after the video, by the way, which is pretty funny. He has EX skills, damage taken -20%. I believe Death said 1/5 is 16%, so it's not that terrible, but dupes are going to play a lot into this character, unfortunately. I feel like the Bruiser should have been the EX skill, to be honest, and then the DR stays the same, because that's like the biggest thing in Brave Battles, how much DR you have, damage reduction. So, yeah. Attainable skills is 60%. Bruiser is 60%. Poise, Brave Battle temporary invincibility, Pierce Barrier, half stamina only, decreased damage taken -50%. Brave Battle only, opening stat boost. Okay. Flurry +3, prevent Brave Battle healing. Marauder, ignore Brave Battle invincibility. Brave Battle's only, persistence breaker, and then Brave Battle only, persistence. He is missing last ditch breaker, or like prevent last ditch survival, which is going to be interesting to see how that goes. I feel like he should have just not had Pierce Barrier, because you can at least give him that. But we'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting. I assume Uryu is still going to be better because he is ranged, obviously. And I feel like he was on a more worthwhile banner. So if you did summon, you probably have more dupes of him than you'll end up getting of Chad, most likely. Unless you just got unlucky, obviously. But yeah. And now we'll go over the filler, because I honestly think that there's literally no good filler besides Tendro, to be honest. So, as I was saying earlier, I don't think it's a must summon. I think if you really need a no affiliation lead, like Yoruichi, then sure. If you're a big Brave Battle guy, you might need Chad. But besides that, like, I don't think you need Ganju. He's going to be good for, like, the GQ meta boys that really like it. But besides that, not really needed. But I'm summoning because it is the... Like, the art is so good. Like, even if she wasn't my favorite Bleach character, like, she looks so cool. She looks so sick there. Like, that icon right there is literally one of the best in the entire game. Like, my lord. And then I guess I'll go over the format real quick if you don't know. Every 5 steps is a guaranteed 5-star, and then you get a pity ticket at step 25 and step 50. I'm curious if this is just like pick any 1,000 or lower character. I'm not too sure. I wish it would show you the filler, but it does not. I'm going to assume it is, but I could be wrong. It could just be Yoruichi, Chad, and Ganju. But it has a specific name, so I'm not really too sure. But yeah, that is going to be it for this. Let's go over the characters. So genuinely, I'm only going to go over Tendro because realistically, the rest of them are pretty shit. So Tendro, the reason he's so good is he's a ranged, normal attack damage character. He is a human killer plus. He has paralysis on all of his strong attacks and his nat string, except for his SA2 and 3. His SA2 is a heal and a team booster, which is very important in Guild Quest. And he has a SA3 team heal, so you can keep you at full stamina in like the EX waves, which is pretty nice. He has the Team Party Soul Reaper damage to status and when infected enemies of 30%. Stack it with a booster, and it is very, very good. Because not that many characters had this at the time. I think it's not as good, but it's still a very, very good boost. And I believe you can stack the Mugetsu soul trait with him, which was another thing as well. But then he also had like the booster skill, Bruiser of 60%, Debilitator 5 seconds, Enhancer of 10 seconds, Flurry plus 1 or plus 2 in GQ, Healer of 30%, Killer Effect plus 30 or plus 50 in GQ, Medic, Poise, and then range damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ. So, like, his damage isn't that big of a thing. It's mainly just the way he can stack his bonuses to make your team do more damage. An extra 33% attack, focus, and defense. The Team Party Soul Reaper damage to ailment by 30%. And then you can stack the Mugetsu Link for more Berserker on top of that. And that's why he was just an insanely good powerhouse. And as for Soul Reapers, one of the most, like, dominating affiliations in the game. So, that's also a plus. If this was, like, only Hollow or something, or like only Captains, I feel as though he wouldn't be as valuable. But since it's Soul Reaper, it's much more valuable because pretty much half the game is Ichigo's, and then like the other 20% is Soul Reapers, and then the rest of the other affiliations. Shinji is just a good SP lead for range squad 0. He's fine, a bit outdated at this point. He's just okay. But nothing crazy. Toshiro, with how inflated the GQ's HP is now, he's actually pretty good. He has a lot of stuff for the melee Cathan week, especially if you are lacking dupes in your Senjumaru. You might need this guy to put in some work, I must say. But besides that, he doesn't really have any value outside of his Link being a really good NAD Link for any other power characters. Masaki is terrible. Like, she's not clearing guild quests if it's an enhanced guild quest. She is incredibly lackluster. I don't know what to say. I just think she's not that great. Not really worth going for. Ichigo is more so a limit breaker character at this point, but even then he still suffers. But the weakening and lacerate is pretty good. Him in Guild Quest, it's not too fun to say the least, especially the melee Sturmritter when you don't have killer against the sides. That feels terrible. So yeah, melee Soul Reaper, I think he's still fine in, but Sturmritter, not really. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Kilgay, he's still a decent character for melee Arrancar, but he's kind of outdated. I think he can still clear, but you have to struggle. You have to struggle. Bambietta's been terrible for a hot minute, not even going to go over her. Yatra is still surprisingly pretty darn good. If you actually like reset a bit, you can still clear the newer like buffed guild quests. But even at 5 out of 5, she's just not really that fun to use in guild quests. It's really RNG, where she only has Frenzy 2. Really a big RNG fest essentially, so I don't really even try to clear anymore. I do 5 waves, and then after I get past that, she's kind of lackluster now. And then Chad, oh Chad, I can't wait to do a triple PvP team showcase with Big Chad. That's all I'm gonna say. it's unfortunate that you're utter dog shit. Either way, that's going to be the video. Let me know if you guys are summoning. Are you guys going 25 steps? You guys going to dip your toes in, do 2 steps, 5 steps? Let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care and peace out. And hopefully you can see me go 25 steps and 5-5, the best girl in Bleach. Take care and peace out.